What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Today, we're joined by a good friend of mine. I convinced him to come on. We have Marco Messina. You might have seen him at Italian Football TV. You might have seen me on Italian Football TV. Not with nearly as much knowledge as you, hence why we have Marco here. He's an expert. You can see him every weekend on CBS. If you're watching the Serie A, then you're also seeing Marco every weekend. Plus, you got IFTV content. You got things happening. We're just going to link a lot of things below.
Thank you.
It just doesn't seem right for me to talk Serie A and you not to be next to me, considering you're a Brooklyn native. I'm in the city. You're in the city. We get to connect on something.
Somebody's got to push.
Just shake my
Somebody's got to push the Serie over here.
So today we're going to do upgrades.
Okay.
And if you like the video, we'll do downgrades. So it's up to you. Like the video. That helps with the algo. You know how this works. Feed the algorithm. And we'll make that video. We're going to record it. It'll go out like ASAP.
Come on, guys.
I know a lot of y'all like the toxicity. You want some of the negativity. This is going to be a buildup of players that need to go this way. That one, Marco's been in a bad mood. He's got a Red Bull in his system. He's got a coffee in his system. You see the big smile, but I'm telling you, he's ready to go in.
You don't have an espresso machine over here, so I got mad right away.
And we're also going to take the averages. So, for example, if I say 85, Marco says 83, 84 is where we're going to end up. So get in the comments. We've got 10 players, 10 names. Criteria, I like to say, because I know video games and how this kind of works. Age comes into play, the league, the club. The base rating, typically EA doesn't increase a player from a 75 to a 90, even if they deserve it. Until now, okay. So that's what we're looking at for upgrades. Okay. That's the information. That was a long intro.
I know nothing about FIFA, by the way. So
not nothing. You play FIFA.
I know very little.
But you know everything about the sport and the players and how they perform on the actual pitch. I know the FIFA side, and you play the game, and then you usually get angry.
And I'm extremely biased, and so take that for the grain of salt.
Also, we're rocking the merch. This is an old release. That's actually an old release as well.
Yeah, Miami, baby.
Yeah, we've got all the old releases on, but if you want Calcio gear, there are new drops. I would say almost quarterly. Is that about safe to say? Every quarter?
All right, come on, let's go.
All right, first name, we have Chiesa. I think for anyone who's watched any football this year, especially with the Euros, this guy is explosive. He's dynamic. He's at a 78 in FIFA 21, which, to be fair, at that point in time, I don't think EA necessarily got it wrong. He didn't have the same type of track record.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit higher, but now we've seen what he's all about. Where should he be?
This better be high. This better be
high. You want me
to
lead off? You want me to lead off?
I mean, I could say it. Federico Chiesa was one of the best players in Serie A, and at the Euros, he did unbelievable. He was tearing it apart. He needs a major upgrade because I can't even use.
He has to have an upgrade. I actually made a video where I suggested, and I was being realistic of what I think EA will actually do. Okay. And I put him at an 81, and he's going to be one of the most overpowered players to start off the year. Now, I think that he probably deserves close to an 83.
Okay. I would say 85.
I'm good with all of this. I don't know how to average where we're going. I think we're just going to put them at 83 then. If I was saying 81, you're saying 85. Boom. Okay. 83, Chiesa. I just don't think EA is going to bump him 5 points.
He was unbelievable. Okay, the thing is, there was a viral tweet that was like, if Chiesa was English, what would his rating be?
Yes, it'll be higher.
Come on.
But that's what we said. We had the league. We had the club. Okay?
All right.
Player that you might not expected us to talk about, and we need to shine some light. We have Simi, who had 20 goals last season.
Guy's
and
a beast.
What's his rating? 71 overall. You got 20 goals on your resume.
To be fair,
6'6".
It could be fair, like what you're saying. He came into that probably at a 71, but then he was unbelievable last year, and he needs a bit.
I don't think he had any informs.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing.
You're right. Yeah.
We're not like EA had a chance here. Yeah, he has nothing on his item. Like they had a chance to give him something.
It's because they're not watching Crotone play. That's the problem.
No promo. No inform.
20 goals last season in Serie A. It's ridiculous.
Do you have how many penalty kicks?
I think he had a lot of penalties.
I mean, that does play a factor to a certain degree.
I would have to check this stat. I could.
He's got to be a gold.
77.
I think we're going to agree here. I think he's going to be a non-rare gold, so which is usually a 75 up to maybe a 78, 79
He's
tops.
partnering up with Ribery at Salernitana next season, which is going to be amazing. They also got like that big guy, little guy action.
Right?
Like Luca Toni, Ribery, back in the Bayern
This is perfect
days.
for when I'm playing football. You know, I always was the big guy, and I need these little skillful guys around me. Barella. I know you love him. You rate him. You think he's one of the best midfielders in the world. Before we started the video, Marco was like, okay, tell me, highest rated midfielders in the Premier League, because I need to know a leveling point here for Barella. And I was like, Pogba's an 86. Fernandez is an 87. I mean, KDB, now you're getting into that 90 range. Where are you ending up? I'm going to make you go first here because I know this is your guy.
Barella is like the all-around midfielder. He's the engine that could, but also has the technical ability that is top class. He was unbelievable for us in the Euros. He was critical in Inter winning the Scudetto.
Well, I was going to say, they wouldn't have won, I don't think, with Barella.
Absolutely not.
Sorry, they would not have been able to win without Barella.
100%. 100%. He doesn't get as much shine as he should, and he's truly unbelievable. I would say he's an 86. If Pogba is an 86 in Manchester United, and I love Pogba, he's my guy, they're pretty similar levels.
Okay, I think EA is going to give him an 83.
That's not good enough.
So we're averaging out here. Can we say 84? You want him at an 85? Where we got to take it? What will make you happy? We're not getting an 86 on the average. I'll give him an 85 if you want.
All right, 85. 85. Let's do 85.
Please comment below because we're here to have an our discussion. We need you to join that conversation because some of you will just say I disagree or I agree, but less people agree. Yeah, most people are going to come in and say disagree. We have Benacer.
Guy's a beast.
75 overall, which is a baseline, non-rare gold. Pretty standard. It means you're a pro, usually on a big team or on a relevant club.
I mean, Milan finished in second place, partly because Benacer was fantastic in the midfield. Again, an overlooked midfielder because he does a simple job that gets overlooked most of the time. Benacer's been fantastic. For me, being at 75, that's too low.
Where are you taking him? I know where I think he's gonna go.
82?
I think he's gonna go 79.
Really?
Yeah.
Not 80?
I don't think he's gonna push it, but
he doesn't have the name.
That plays a factor. But with our averaging system here, let's 80. We got 80.
Yeah.
Flat 80.
Fine.
We agree?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna have a lot of handshakes today. We are making deals. When you talk to Italians in New York, you have to do this kind of stuff. Like, it's a negotiation. I've seen pizza being negotiated. Hernandez, who started at an 80, which is a good rating for a fullback, to be fair. But I think he's top tier. I think we agree on that he's got to have some sort of push. Some players are going to come down in this position. Where do you have him going? How far up?
So, to try to be unbiased a little bit, I asked you where the other top fullbacks are in
Sandro's
the world.
in 85, for example.
No, same
way
position,
better same
than
league.
Sandro.
But that's
Sandro's overrated. In the game, 100%.
Maybe he's gonna make the downgrade list.
Maybe.
Foreshadowing.
Stay tuned. What are like some of the top players in Europe, like the Robertsons, like Mendes?
You're dealing with like when you're going
84?
No, they're going 85s, 87s.
I would give him an 85, but I'm okay if you want to go a little bit lower. Like, what are you going for?
I'm pretty happy if he could get himself to an 84. Actually,
Okay.
I'd be very happy with that. I think EA will go maybe like an 82 or an 83, but I feel with what he's done this year, also the upgrades. This is something that I was talking about with the criteria. Have these players been rewarded for their successful season? Informs, promos, because typically EA will give you some hints as to players that they're really looking to focus on or dial in. There's certain guys that are FIFA legends at this point.
Yeah.
Tomori.
Amazing player. This guy, him and Kier kicked Romagnoli, who was the captain, out of the club, out of their starting spot. Tomori was fantastic since coming in for Chelsea. He's got like the athletic ability. He adapted tactically to the Serie right away, and he's fast. He's been phenomenal. He's only like 23 years old too.
The fast part makes him where a lot of people use him for starter teams.
There we go.
And with Romagnoli, he's an 80. What is it, Romagnoli? What am I saying wrong?
Romagnoli.
Maybe I'm hungry. We're gonna have raviolis. So Romagnoli, you happy now? Romagnoli. He's an 83 in the game. So like there is that parallel or that compare and contrast. Same club.
Yeah. He's got to at least be an 84.
Whoa. I don't think they're not gonna go that big of a jump. I was thinking maybe an 80 plus 4. That's a pretty significant.
80?
Yeah, it's significant, bro.
82 is the most.
So then we're averaging out at 82. It's huge. I'm just telling you, they do these gradual increases.
Okay.
All right, so Muriel, he's actually been one of those legends in the FIFA scene. Not even on the actual pitch, but virtually. He's been overpowered or in that category of being a cheap beast for a decade. Very few players are like this. Since basically the beginning of Ultimate Team, he's always been prevalent, even when he was a silver back in the day. And I've seen some of the tag teaming. You know who used to be the guys? It was Di Natale and Mikoli.
Mikoli, yeah, they're great.
That was the duo.
Yeah,
you got those guys together back in the day in Ultimate Team, and you were coasting. They'll be able to co-sign this. Muriel is 79. 22 goals, super efficient player, always has been. Even with his age, he's got to be an 81 or an 82. It just seems disrespectful not to at least give him some sort of increase. That's where I stand. I don't know where you're comfortable.
You don't know what?
But
you don't think I'm gonna go high?
I think you're gonna go a little higher than me.
He's got the best minute to goal ratio in Europe, like in all of Europe. Like that speaks for itself. He doesn't play for the greatest team because Atalanta doesn't have the big name.
Entertaining to watch though.
Amazing.
Very
to watch.
entertaining.
That was the team that I put you. That I told you I was like.
We watched a lot of Atalanta together.
Yeah, Atalanta fits you perfectly. Muriel should be, in my opinion, an 84. An 84.
So we're ending at an 83 then. That was simple. I said 82. You said 84. I'm happy if he gets to an 83. Very happy with that. Like I said, he's been a definite, prominent member of the FIFA space and the FIFA community, and it's because of his results on the pitch. Vlahovic.
Yeah. Unbelievable player.
21 goals.
Yeah, for Fiorentina. For Fiorentina, that was fighting to stay in Serie A at one point.
Vlahovic.
They finished
I'm
higher
doing
up
much
in the
better
table,
now.
but
I'm doing
at
way
one
better.
point, Fiorentina was very low.
You put me under pressure.
Why?
The way you look at me.
I'm just
and
looking
you
at you.
smile, and then
I just have high
feel.
standards. I know that you have it inside of you.
I feel the pressure, and I know I don't get second takes with you. I feel additional pressure. The way that you're looking at me makes me feel nervous when I'm gonna talk about players. That's how I feel.
Your mother's side is Italian.
Yeah,
right?
my mom's
So
side's
that's why I'm
Italian.
just trying to bring that part out of you. That's it. Simple. Even though he's not Italian at all, he's like Serbian.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Vlahovic, amazing player for Fiorentina, 21 goals. He's 70 rated. 70 rated.
And same, I think no love again. I think he had
No,
one
he
inform
didn't.
this year, maybe.
That's
So
crazy.
even his inform took him to a 78. He should probably start at a 78.
78 now?
Yeah.
Next season?
Yeah.
No.
Where you got?
83. At least.
There's no way they're gonna put him. That far up.
83.
That's
It
a
should
13.
be. That's fine. It's not about, the 13. They made a mistake in the beginning.
You just wanted to offset my 78 so we can get to like an 81.
Yeah.
Somehow,
No, I was
somehow
actually
we're
about to
leaving
go
this
higher.
with Vlahovic is now becoming 81 overall on the average because he like if I go first, you see what happens. He's like, I know the game, Mike.
Can we start this again?
I'll work this out. Okay. Bastoni was a 75. He's got to be better. There's no doubt. There's no denying the success rate. Everything that's happened in the club from last season has to be higher. But De Vrij is an 84 and Skriniar is an 85. How do you rank those three in terms of their actual on the pitch display and output in order?
So they're all three very similar. Like they all had very similar years, and you can make an argument that one was better than the other. I think that they have to be at almost the exact same level, in my opinion.
This is very politically correct that you're doing right.
No, but I haven't been for the rest of the video. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
I'm just being. It's like asking you, like, do you want tiramisu for dessert or you want gelato? They're both good, but maybe you're
No, there's a
preferring
preference.
one.
There's a
Yeah,
preference
exactly. So
involved.
that's what I'm trying to say.
Tiramisu.
Yeah, but good answer. I would say De Vrij, if I'm being unbiased, De Vrij, Bastoni, Skriniar. But it's marginal.
And well, that's interesting
It's
though because like
marginal.
you're looking at Skriniar as an 85, then you put Bastoni ahead of him, you put De Vrij ahead.
But your
nice
age,
and-
I mean, I guess they count age.
Yeah,
like, in
it
the
comes
rating.
into it like you gradually move up or so you gradually move down unless you had a disaster season or something just spectacular.
They were all three amazing.
I think Bastoni has to be somewhere in the 80s. Personal preference here.
You know where in the 80s. Look, you just made your whole argument that they're playing the same position and they're on the same team. And
I didn't say
similar
that I had them
outputs.
all equal. I think he's gonna go 82. I also
They
think
should all be level on 85.
that'd be cool.
They should all-
385s.
they should all be level on 85. They
That's
deserve
rare.
it.
I don't know if I've ever seen
They
that.
were the
with
best
center backs.
defense. They made Handanovic look good.
Okay, so you're saying 85. I'm saying 82. You want to go 83 or 84? Where we're rounding this. We can't do
Go
these
ahead,
half
go
numbers.
ahead. Let them decide. They can
All right,
decide.
I'm putting it as 83. That's where we're doing this. All right, last but not least, and a player that we both agree, I think we have a bias. I like Kessie. I have a personal, very biased, subjective view, which I guess anything biased would be subjective, to this guy in the midfield. I rate him. I think he's super physical, super impactful, that he's able to give you a lot defensively and even offensively. I think he kind of gets overlooked because a lot of people talk about his presence and his physicality and some of his reading of the game and being a defensive midfielder, but I think he's a lot more box to box.
That's why I like you.
Agree?
This is why I like you. You see, this is why we're friends. Yes, 100% agree. Kessie 77 is way too low.
I'm cool if Kessie can move to. I think he needs to be in the 80s. I'd be very happy with an 81.
I knew you were gonna go low because you were looking at the screen on that one. You didn't even want to look at me and say that.
81 is where I'm going.
85.
Yeah,
85.
So 83 then, easy average.
Savic is an 85, isn't he?
Yeah, Savic is 85.
They're pretty comparable.
I'd be really happy if he turned into a panel. All right, that's the video for upgraded players.
Yeah.
This is our top 10. Did we leave off any names that you feel deserve priority over this top 10? I'm not gonna lie to you. Marco came over with 45 names. And I told him I'm not doing 45 players.
True.
This video is going to be 2 hours.
Yeah.
Especially with the way that we like to talk.
Yeah.
And also, if you could put the ratings down below, especially if you go through each player, that would be amazing because we'd like to critique your comments. I know when I make videos and it gets controversial, a lot of people just come at me, but they never tell me what they choose or how they would maybe redetermine or move the selection around.
That's me in the comment section.
Yeah.
I'm one of those two.
You got a,
I'm like,
you got a
I just
burner
get tired.
account,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
second
yeah,
account.
Yeah. His name's like Jacob or something.
Yeah, Jacob
Middle
Mess.
Stone or something.
Jacob Messi instead of Messina.
Messi.
Yeah,
Messi.
Yeah. If you haven't subscribed to IFTV, I'll link that down below. I'll also link your personal social handles. There's so much content you guys put out. It's kind of unbelievable. On that note, that's where we're going to end off the video. Like it if you want the downgrades, because otherwise Marco's going to make fun of me, and I'd rather him go in on different players. But we have a lot more content coming out ASAP, and I hope that we can do more collabs. Obviously, Marco and I, if you can't tell in the video, are really good friends, but sometimes we don't have a lot to collaborate on because you can only do so much with Serie A content often in the FIFA space unless we dove into a career mode. And then on the football side, I'll come onto your podcast, of course, and we have those types of discussions, which often turn into a bunch of fun.
You breaking chairs and
compare
stuff like
and contrast, and I eat all the food. I just go over and
it's not bad.
stuff my face.
Exchange.
Okay.
Where was my food here today? No, just get
Red Bull.
That's not bad.
That's the video. Drink the Red Bull. Later.